Hello, everybody. Welcome back from hopefully a fantastic Thanksgiving break. I personally am thankful for all of you, the work that you guys do, for the friends that I've developed while working here in Roland and working with our union. So I just wish and hope that it was a fantastic Thanksgiving break for all of you. So we're coming today to talk about our November newsletter, to go over some of the information that's in there. We're going to start distributing that. The main thing that's on our newsletter on the front page is going to be our survey results. I want to thank the 367 people that took time to take our survey. It's one of the higher response rates that we've had in recent years, so thank you for that. It's clear our members would like to see an emphasis on salary and benefits. That's something that's not new. We've made great gains in compensation, especially on the salary side, but we have work to do on the healthcare side, and that's recognized. Over 60% of our members would like to see us focus more on healthcare than we have in the past. However, our members are a little divided when we do talk about should we focus more on healthcare or salary, if we got more salary to cover the cost of increased healthcare. So that'll be a fluid kind of a process as we go through the interest-based negotiation process. But it is very clear to the association that members would like to see an emphasis on salary and benefits. When we look at the non-salary and benefit type issues, there were really 5 key areas that came up. First is supplies and curriculum, having the correct supplies and curriculum to effectively teach. The increase in student behavior is definitely impacting our classrooms. I think it was over about 80% of you agree that we are about 70%, 80% agree that student behavior is worse now than it was 4 years ago. So it definitely is something that we are seeing impact our classroom. Safety of our school facilities, especially with all the craziness that's going on in the world. I think a lot of our members expressed a concern that our school campuses are safe. A lot of people talked about in the survey the difficulty of providing individualized instruction in large class sizes, especially in our kinder and TK classes. And when we look at our secondary and some specific secondary classes, some of those individual class sizes can get really big. But also, especially at our dual language schools, sometimes we see the upper grade side, especially with some very large class sizes. So we'll be looking to address those. And then kind of the fifth main non-salary benefit issue that came up was needing the right support staff, the behavioral therapists, instructional aides, in order to help us do our job of effectively teaching. So I want to, again, thank everybody who took the time to take the survey. We'll be spending the beginning parts of December meeting with members in small groups, focus groups, trying to get more detailed feedback. We will sunshine at the December school board meeting, which that's the official beginning of the process. And then our first meeting will be in late January, and that's the first time we'll sit down with the district. And we expect that even under the best of circumstances, just due to the sheer number of topics that are coming up under this full contract cycle, we don't expect to be done by the end of the school year. We expect sometime, even under the best of circumstances, in the fall of 2019. So pay attention for that. If you go through the newsletter, we do have some information on how you can help the fire victims that we have seen both in Northern California and in our backyard here in Southern California. As a union, we do have a disaster relief fund. It is being depleted. It is struggling because of just the amount of natural disasters we're having. But there's links and ways that you can support that, and we'll put some of those links down here at the bottom of the video as well. Next thing coming up is LA Unified Teachers. I got my poster here. We stand with LA teachers. If you're paying attention to the news at all, LA teachers are close to going on strike with LA Unified School District. They are dealing with some of the same concerns that we are, looking at smaller class sizes, more nurses and counselors, less testing and more teaching. This is a huge deal for our area. If LA Unified is successful in their bargaining effort, I think it'll have a positive impact throughout the whole San Gabriel Valley. But if they struggle, then I think it'll have a negative impact on us. So we need to stand with them and support them in this. And one of the first ways you can is on Saturday, December 15th. There is a March for Public Education in downtown LA, and we hope that you bring the family and come out in the morning and support LA Unified, and maybe take the train out there in the morning and spend the day, afternoon out in LA. We do have a contract corner part of the newsletter, and this we're focusing on early retirement. A lot of people talk about, are we going to have an early retirement incentive? We actually have one in the contract that's negotiated. It's for healthcare benefits. What it does is it basically allows you access to your healthcare coverage, the same as all of our employees get now, up until the age of 65. You get it for 7 years if you're in an HMO, and 5 years if you're a PPO. You need to be at least 55 years old and have 10 years of service in the district. So pay attention to that and take advantage of that if that's something you're interested in. Then if you keep going, we look at election 2018. It ended up being a very successful election night for us, from local school board races all around San Gabriel Valley that CTA endorsed candidates did very well with. But the main thing is Tony Thurmond. Tony Thurmond brings it home after a couple of weeks of counting. Educators for Tony Thurmond, we won. The vote count process in California is rather slow, and it looked like on election night we were going to struggle with that, and Marshall Tuck was going to win. But thanks to your votes and your hard work, Tony squeaked that out and got a victory for public schools, for our students, and for educators. So thank you for that. Also, want to give a congratulations to our new congressman, Gil Cisneros. Gil Cisneros is worked really hard over the last couple years to get a new representative in the 39th Congressional District, somebody that'll listen to teachers and parents and students about what we need in our public schools. So congratulations to Gil Cisneros and all those candidates out there that did good work. Also on that page, you'll see we're continuing to put our Ed Code 48910 in there, which does give teachers rights to discipline disruptive students and give them a suspension from their classroom. So that is in there as well. And then getting towards the end, we have our winter social. Hopefully all you can make it out there. It's going to be on December 13th at BJ's here in the City of Industry. We're going to go from about 3:30 to 6 p.m. And then a group of us are going to go over to the school board meeting, and that's when we'll be doing our official sunshine of bargaining and kicking off that process. So that is December 13th, BJ's. Please call an RSVP so we have the right amount of food. Hopefully we see you there. So again, thank you for everything that you all do. I know we're in the last few weeks before we get to winter break, and I know a lot of you are looking forward to spending time with your family and doing all that. So just stay in there a few more weeks till we get there, and have a great early part of December, and hopefully we see you guys at the winter social. Take care.